Good afternoon.
The broadcast is now starting. All attendees are in listen-only mode.
Good afternoon. Welcome to the second energy webinar from Global Carbon Exchange. Today we'll be presenting to you how you can save costs in your business through ongoing energy monitoring and management. My name is Ken Ross. I'm GCX's Head Energy Manager and I'll be hosting you today. Let us begin by talking about what we will be covering in the webinar today. We'll begin by talking about what an energy management system is and what it consists of. We'll speak about why your company needs an energy management system and what the benefits of such a system will be. I'll talk about energy policies, your energy profile and baseline, energy monitoring systems and targets, and how to save money using energy monitoring systems. I'll also be speaking on the energy efficiency cycle, as well as talking on intelligent buildings. I'll finish off today by speaking a bit about our company, Global Carbon Exchange, and then answering whatever questions you might have on what I've presented to you today. The question and answer session will be at the end of the presentation. Please type your questions into the box, in the chat box, as you think of them. I'll try and answer as many questions as possible at the end, but any unanswered questions will receive an email response from me within a few days of the webinar. So let us begin by defining an energy management system. Whilst there are many definitions for an energy management system, I like to use this one. An energy management system aids companies in reducing energy consumption and resulting greenhouse gas emissions by systematically analyzing energy consumption, setting targets, and implementing energy management policies. But what are the drivers for implementing an energy management system in your company, and why would you need one? Well, in South Africa, especially today, we have rising energy costs. If we take a look at the recent tariff increases from Eskom, we see that cities such as Cape Town can expect a 20% increase in electricity costs from the 1st of July. Couple this with impending carbon taxes, where companies will be taxed on their carbon footprints, of which energy, or more notably electricity, makes up a significant portion of most companies' carbon footprints. We've all heard about the PCP and the electricity penalties that could be coming into play. These will cause significant increase in costs to companies, and as such, having an energy management system where you are reducing your energy consumption according to targets is vital to a company avoiding these penalties. And let's not forget the corporate image, the good business journey of making sure that your company goes green. This is something that customers and your clients will be looking towards in the future. And let us not forget, you can't manage what you don't measure. It's very important to measure and then manage your energy consumption for the reasons I've given you. So we know a definition for an energy management system. We know why your company would need an energy management system. But what does an energy management system actually consist of? I like to call it the 8 E's of an energy management system. There's your energy policy, your overarching document, which specifies your company's commitment to energy efficiency and energy reductions. Included in this energy policy are things such as your energy profile, your energy baseline, energy performance indicators, as well as your energy action plan and targets that you have set in order to reach such reductions. Your energy monitoring system forms a critical part of any energy management system, as like I said before, you can't manage what you don't measure. Energy reporting is critical to any energy management system, as without reporting and senior management level buy-in according to this reporting, you will struggle to gain buy-in from all of your employees. Then the final E is for re-evaluation. You have to constantly re-evaluate your energy management system, re-look at your policies and targets, and set to continuously improve your company's energy performance. So most importantly, an energy management system is an ongoing process and an ongoing reevaluation to try and reduce energy consumption and increase energy performance as much as possible. So what are the current global energy management standards? ISO 14001 is a well-known international standard around business. ISO 14001 paid some attention to energy management and gave some guidelines. ISO 50001, soon to be released in June this year, is an official energy management standard and an international energy management standard that it will guide companies in how to set up an energy management system within the company in order to achieve sustainable energy reductions. So those are the standards to which you abide, but what other organizations exist around the world? The United States Department of Energy has created the Energy Star standards and guidelines surrounding energy efficiency. LEED is part of the growing green building movement. This is the American version of what we know in South Africa as the Green Building Council. The South African Green Building Council is growing momentum, significant momentum. And as such, it is becoming more and more important for companies to observe what is happening in the green building space. The South African Green Building Council is an offshoot of its parent, the Australian Green Building Council. These are all very closely linked to each other, including BREEAM, the British standards around green building. So let's jump straight into it. An energy policy. An energy policy is a company's commitment to improved energy performance. It's critical that you have top-level management cooperation and sign-off within the company. Often we find companies have a commitment to energy reduction only as far as the sustainability manager. There's very little budget and very little impetus, and this is not a company-wide directive to reduce energy consumption. By having top-level management buy-in and cooperation, you ensure that the message is spread from the highest level of authority in the company that energy reductions and energy efficiency are crucial and a significant area to be investigated within a company. So your energy management policy identifies the need for energy reductions. It documents and reports on energy targets that you have set. You continually reassess your energy performance according to the guidelines you've set in your energy management policy. You must communicate this policy throughout the whole organization, right from the top employee right down to the lowest level, as energy management and energy reductions are everyone's responsibility and are not simply the responsibility of the few people who sit in the green team. And last but not least, you must discuss your energy policy in senior management meetings. With rising energy costs and the focus on environmental reporting, energy reductions and energy efficiency are becoming critical to everyday business. And as such, your energy policy, your overarching document that supports your commitment to improved energy performance, should be regularly discussed at senior management meetings. But how do you go about implementing your energy management policy? And what do you need to have inside of it? Well, the first step is to have an energy baseline. Your energy baseline is your starting point, which identifies how you've used energy in the past and what you'll be measuring yourself against. Typically, it's 12 months of electricity consumption. You want 12 consecutive months to give you an annual baseline of how much electricity you used in a year. This allows you then to set targets and to measure yourself against these targets. Without a baseline, you have no way to prove how much energy you're actually saving or how much additional energy you're actually using. So you can also then look at your energy consumption baseline and do statistical analysis on this baseline. This statistical analysis can be used to determine what the energy drivers of your facility are. Common energy drivers that we see in facilities are things such as weather, external weather conditions, particularly in a country like South Africa, where we have significant cooling requirements within our buildings and facilities, play a huge role in energy consumption. And you often see, as in the figure below, that energy consumption is higher in our warm summer cooling months. In many office facilities, you would expect occupancy to play a significant role and to be a significant driver of energy. In our heavy production areas and our industrial environments in South Africa, we'd expect production levels to play a huge role in what drives energy consumption within a facility. These production levels could be kilograms of material produced or kilograms of material used, depending on how you decide to measure your energy drivers in your baseline. So just a quick example of a statistical analysis that you can do. This is a hotel environment where one would expect occupancy would play a significant role in energy consumption as an energy driver. One would expect that as your occupancy rates in your hotel change, your energy consumption would change accordingly. At times of low occupancy, one would expect that you have lower energy consumption. But doing a statistical analysis, you can see how occupancy really affects your energy consumption. And you can see that in this example, there's a low correlation between energy consumption and occupancy. This indicates that the facility could be far better controlled, and this was one of the key areas where energy savings were realized in this hotel environment. So we've written our energy policy, we've developed our energy baseline, so we know how much energy we've used in the past, but how do we know what energy we're using currently? We spoke in our last webinar about energy efficiency audits and investigating all your energy consuming devices through an energy inventory. Part of your energy efficiency audit, you develop your energy profile, which also forms a significant part of your overall energy policy. Your energy profile identifies significant areas of energy consumption within your facility. As you can see in the example below, a large industrial plant, the predominant energy users were the motors in the wheat and maize mills, as well as the compressed air system. By identifying your largest users of energy, you can target areas where significant energy savings could be made. Whilst not to ignore your small energy consuming systems, you don't want to go and focus all your energies on trying to reduce the electricity consumption of your water heating system when it is a minuscule amount of your overall energy consumption. Another thing an energy profile allows you to do is to isolate energy consuming systems and to benchmark their performance. Should you own multiple mills or multiple office facilities, you would be able to benchmark your various facilities or your various processes against one another by identifying what their contributions are to energy profile and how much of the overall electricity each device uses. And as I said, your energy profile comes out of your energy efficiency audit. So now that you have created your policy, your baseline, and your energy profile, what do you do next? Well, it's probably a good time to introduce energy monitoring systems. And this schematic here shows at a high level what the